The topic of my sharing today is the practice of giving advice skillfully and compassionately. For this practice, there are two preliminary practices as the foundations for succeeding in giving skillful advice. Number one, cultivating a pair of appreciative eyes. Like I enjoy discovering good qualities of others instead of being interested in seeing others' little dark spots. Number two, cultivating a mind that respects and understands differences. These two foundations are very important because from my experience of monastic life, we usually suffer from the negative karma that we created by our good or wholesome karma. In other words, we tend to misuse our good qualities to create negative feelings or negative interactions. For example, if I am an efficient person who can always accomplish my chores or offering services very quickly, I might be unsatisfied with someone who has really slow motion in doing everything and in a clumsy way. Then I will try to advise him or her, would you please be faster? This is the basic ability for benefiting all beings. In similar cases, the organized person might have difficulty with a messy person, and the physically strong person versus a person who has less fitness. And how about a mentally strong person versus a mentally not so strong person? In the EML program, one of our offering services was cutting the tree branches in the forest. I was very happy to equip myself with the glasses and all the tools to look so professional. But when I approached the trees, I realized that I was not able to reach the branch. Then someone passed by me and said, well, the trees demand a taller person. Brackets, you're not. At that time, I was thinking, just like in a community, sometimes I really want to contribute, but unfortunately, I have so many limitations, mentally or physically, which might be easy for others, in this case, like IELTS. Luckily, when we were cutting the branches, no one or others showed their great compassion and understanding of my limitation of height. No one advised me like, you should try to grow taller. And we had a very great teamwork. So before I try to give someone advice, I would remind myself of these two foundations, very important. Having appreciative eyes, and a mind that understands and respect the differences. Then when I'm going to give someone advice, I will go through the following 3 steps. The first step, making sure my intention, my observation, and understanding about that person and that issue are correct. My giving advice is out of my kindness, not out of emotional reactions or prejudice. I am going to give advice for improving this person's practices, sincerely, for improving or protecting the community, not for criticizing or making her feeling embarrassed or ashamed, not for showing how good I am. And try to understand more aspects of conditions about this issue before giving advice, including the whole story, and if I am the suitable one for advising this person. If not, I will just keep silent and send good wishes to him or her. This is contemplating dependent arising in real life. The second step, figuring out the suitable way and words to say the advice with appropriate timing. Try to feel from her or his side, relate how will he or she feel by receiving my words. Try to do it in a way that he or she can relate to my kind consideration about her or his practices or about the whole community. Then rehearse every single word I am going to say, seriously, every single word, to make sure these words won't create misunderstandings, will not offend or hurt this person. Because if I don't do this skillfully, later this person will regard me as an enemy, not a Dharma friend. He or she will just shut down the door of future communication. Then this advice might not be worthwhile. In the same time, I will practice loving kindness and compassion for the person and myself, because loving kindness is the feeling of being a good friend. And sentient beings usually only listen to the advice from two kinds of people. The first kind, friends who truly understand and support you. Second, teachers who you truly admire and respect, not a literal teacher. If I'm not the two kind of people, the advice could just go in one ear and going out the other, or invoke defensive reactions. The third step, giving the advice. I will talk to the person with genuine advice and listen to his or her feedback sincerely, and let go the result. It means regardless whether this person would take my advice or not, I appreciate the process of advising. That's all. Contemplate emptiness in real life. Let my mind abide in equanimity. If this person accepts my advice, I would deeply appreciate her or his kindness. If not, I can just reflect on where I can adjust myself for the next time advising. This is my practice of giving advice, 2 foundations and 3 steps. Thank you.